So down throughout the years, I always found myself having these moments and always moving really through this desire for love, this desire for connection, this desire for romance, and finding it. And I think it was propelling me forward. Now, by the time of middle school, I was starting to get very awkward and very uncomfortable with the opposite sex, though I still managed to get partners and boyfriends very easily, like without even really talking to them somehow. Um, but then around the time of high school, that's when things moved from kind of awkward and uncomfortable to problematic. My behaviors became more problematic. I was in addiction by that time. I had a sex addiction, I had a love addiction. So things got, very rocky during that time. But I will always say this, no matter what happened, that pure intention, that pure desire for love was always maintained. I was non-discriminate when it came to dating. I was looking for the heart of the boy or the young man that I was with. I was always looking for the heart. So it didn't matter what the man looked like. It didn't matter what he was into. It didn't matter who his friend group was. It was purely blind, and it was purely all about that pure intention. And I won't go too deep into the details of high school, but it got to a point where my friends would say, "Why are you talking to that person? Why are you dating that person?" And I can recall being extremely attracted, extremely connected with a guy who was like on the edge of like idol worship, on the edge of like Satan worship. That's how blind this whole thing was. So fast forward past high school into my adult years, I was still dating. But I will say this, the transition from high school into college, that's when God really stepped in. And that's when I really became convicted. And it was really placed in me this need to make sure that whoever I was dating, whatever I was pursuing, relationally, romantically, I was going to put that in the hands of God. I was going to consider God and involve God. I still made a lot of mistakes. I had relations outside of wedlock, right? Even after becoming a born again, on fire Christian. Okay, I made those mistakes. But I want to just emphasize that God began to move in the relationships. God sustained me in my desire, that even when things were going so wrong, He made it so that I was still willing to push, and I was still willing to seek for that thing that I really desired, and ultimately that He desired for me.